Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about posting manual journals into Xero using our Excel add-in. So we're going to post manual journals from within Microsoft Excel. So we've already installed the software which enables this extra menu here. Very easy to install. There's even a video on how to install it on our website. It can be enabled and used 100% with a demo company for trial purposes. Once enabled, we've got an examples button here. When I press that, that lists all the Excel templates created to import data into Xero. So I'm going to click on a simple nominal journal, but you can see there's one with a contra line, which we'll probably discuss in a minute, and I'll make another video on the multiple company nominal journal. Okay, let's just double click on the simple one. And you can see here we have a template nicely laid out. Some of these are optional, can be rearranged. You can change the colors and hide the defaults and all that sort of good business. Now the top portion of row 27 above, is what we call the transaction header. So we can put certain fields, like in Xero we have the date at the top and the default narration. Now we could move that into the lines, and we'll probably see another example, probably the multi-company example. Over to the right we have various defaults. So we have default narration, which is very similar to the tick box in Xero. If it's no, then what happens is when we search for a nominal count, it looks up the nominal count. Hang on, it's the first time I've used it since I've just changed the demo company. It's just asking me to select the demo company. Let's just type in 211. So that's my nominal account. You can see there it's filled that value in. Filled the description in. And you can also see that the cursor goes around the sheet in a nice fashion also. What I've done there, I've just used the automatic search to look up some nominals, which I'll talk about in a minute, nominal accounts. But the important thing was it filled in that description. Now, if I set that to yes, it would use this description here and ignore anything in this column, in which case it would put the account followed by the name, which you can see in these examples here. Now, if you were bringing this in from a CSV file, or I don't know why you'd have a formula, but I've seen people do all sorts of things with PostTrans, you would only need the code 200, 300, 310, 320, etc. And of course, you could create a template with loads and loads of codes in it, loads and loads of nominal lines, and PostTrans only posts what actually has values against it. And of course, you might be asking, well, how does PostTrans know what's in each column? It knows what's in each column because we've got a series of tags in row 28. And some of these tags have got little arrows up, which I'm going to come to in a minute, which denotes that they've got in-cell searching enabled. Now, I'm posting no tax in this example, so you wonder really why there's a tax column, and I could just delete that tax column. I could either delete the whole column or just simply remove that bit of text. And if I wanted to add another column, maybe I've got I'm using the second tracking code, I just simply press the tags button up here, which gives us access to all the line tags and the header tags. We even have a search up here, so if I typed in tracking, you'd expect it to show everything containing tracking. So I can just double click and add that to the template. Now I'm going to delete that because I don't have a second tracking in there. It's also important to note that there's comments here telling you what each individual field is all about. But PostTrans uses that to track or detect the columns. So I'm just going to take that out. Anyway, I think that really kind of covers a little bit about the structure of it. Like I say, there's going to be a training video on that. Let's post this transaction. Let's press import. PostTrans should zoom down. You see it read the first four because the first four are the only ones that have got values on. It's given me here a detailed summary of the nominal journal it's going to post. So it's going to go into demo 03. It gives all companies a 6-letter coding system. So if you were posting into multiple companies, you'll probably see that if you watch the video on posting into multiple companies, that being used. Here we can see I've got no tax and all the rest of it. And there's a breakdown of what nominal accounts this journal is going to touch, together with a summary of tracking, which is called region. And we're posting £90 to no tracking region. Okay, so now if we had multiple journals in here, we have the facility just to post them all in one go, but we've only got a single journal, very simple journal. Let's press post. And now that's posted into Xero. I'm just going to double click on that. There we can see our journal in Xero. Let's just expand that a little bit, make it bigger. Jolly good. So let's see the next example. The next example is actually with a credit and a debit column, and there's no tax on this. So very similar procedure really. You just go import, and you can see there's a gap. This 270 is nothing posting in there. And pop, and in it goes. And now we can see the second journal. Next, we have an example with a contra account. So what we've done here, we've added several more tags, and this allows us to post maybe a load of credits on one side, and therefore that'll add all these credits together and post a contra to a debit to the other account. Well, obviously we wouldn't really be posting it to 200, we'd be posting it to 211. And again, I was using the in-cell searching there. So let's press that, and there we go. We can see there's the contra account there, and we can just simply post that in. Double click, and we can see it now listed in Xero. So though we're posting single journals, I've actually got a multiple journal here. So here we've got a narration. We've moved the narration simply down into the lines. So we can see here we've got 3 different journals, and again it would ignore any zero quantities, so we could have more lines there. And no tax, still got a tax column. And let's just post that in. I don't know whether I've actually discussed the in-cell searching in great detail, in that if I press space in here, I would see every tax available. But if I type 5 and then tab away, obviously I see anything beginning with 5, and the same is true for the nominal account. So if I couldn't remember what my direct wages was, if I type DIR or DI, you can see everything there with a DI being listed. Maybe a bad example, let's type DRE. There we go, direct wages. So very easy searching within PostTrans. Like I say, this is now 3 transactions. So what PostTrans does as it reads down, fields that are quite logical to break a transaction or a sheet into separate transactions cause a new transaction to be generated. So obviously I could probably move the date down here as well. So anything with a different date or a different reference or a narration will cause a new transaction. So let's press import. And now it's posted 3 journals. Let's just double click on those. And hopefully, oh yes, we've got Journal 333, 42XC, and Journal 55. There we go, they're all in. Excellent. And the next video will be actually on posting to multiple companies. And I suppose really it's probably worth pointing out how to change the company. The Xero Company. If I go into the setup button here, you'll see at the top it says there's my demo company with its code. If I press change there, I'm now seeing all the companies PostTrans is currently authorized to talk to. So I could change that to my other company, and now when I post, it will go into the Comtech Accounts company. If I add a new company to Xero, then obviously I need to authorize that company. So I just press Xero login, and that then takes me to the standard Xero authorization screen. So I can add companies in here and then authorize them for use with PostTrans. But I'm going to reselect the demo company and OK that.